More than 200 people living in the Jovan coastal village of Timbusloko have stayed in one of Indonesia's fastest sinking areas. The rising tides have swallowed the land and transformed the landscape of lush rice paddies into a network of boardwalks and canoes. The poor residents are forced to adapt to a new life on the water as they witness the loss of usable land right in front of them.
Ya, ini depan rumah saya juga depan musola. Itu dulu kan halaman ya bisa buat main anak-anak, bisa buat kegiatan kalau ada pengajian setahun sekali gitu, kegiatan agama, semuanya bisa. Karena nggak ada hambatan. Bermain sepeda bola, rame itu.
The residents' lives have been drastically altered by rising sea levels, coastal erosion, and excessive groundwater extraction making the land sink. The coastline has also been left vulnerable to floods after locals cut down mangroves for fishing ponds in the 1990s.
Jadi beda jauh dengan zaman sekarang. Anak naik sepeda nggak bisa di sini, nggak bisa main bola, nggak ada permainan seperti dulu. Karena lokasi kondisi sudah berbeda, karena air pasang.
For many who have been forced to stay back due to economic constraints, the rising sea levels are showing them a bleak future.
Gak ada kalau saya masalahnya. Masalah saya cuma mau pindah gitu toh. Kalau punya biaya, meninggalkan daerah sini. Tinggal saya harapan saya gitu toh harapan saya.
Some of the residents are stuck in their homes, wishing to be at a higher ground like some of their family members and friends.
Seperti teman-teman saya lah yang di luar-luar, enak lah. Mau pergi kemana, naik sepeda enak. Ini mau pergi nggak bisa, Mas. Mau apa-apa bisa. Setiap hari saya di rumah sini, Mas. Mau kemana lagi, semuanya air.
The rising tides have forced the residents to move their kindergarten building to another location. Residents have elevated the floors of their homes by adding soil and then installing wooden decks to keep themselves dry as the floods become more severe.
Jadi ini rencana Sauruk mulai dari selatan mau arah ke utara. Jadi ini Mbak, kedalamannya sampai 1 meter.
This has left them with shrinking space, forcing anyone entering to stoop low to avoid bumping their heads. Some of the residents have reported that water still submerges their newly elevated floors during high tides. Many of them are wary that the waves may collapse their homes.
Masuk terus Mbak, tiap hari masuk. Ini Mbak, sampai mungkin 80 cm ini Mbak.
The residents face difficulties in carrying out simple tasks, such as moving around to buy groceries or dropping off their children at school. Even the dead have not been spared by the wrath of nature. The cemetery was barricaded with rubber tires and bamboo poles to save it from drowning through crowdfunding. Some of the residents feel that everyone should move together and escape from the harsh living conditions there.
Ya kalau air masuk rumah itu sedih, pikirannya sedih. Hewannya mau pindah. Tapi kalau pindah ya semua harus pindah, ikut semua pindah itu.
Semua tuh maksudnya semua keluarga ibu?
Semua keluarga yang di sini ikut pindah semua.
Termasuk tetangga-tetangga?
Tetangga ya.
Denny Nugrohoa, a professor at the Diponegoro University, has termed the current situation in the village as a slow disaster happening before the world's eyes.
Kejadian yang sudah terakumulasi sekian lama. Yang pertama akibat dari rusaknya garis pantai. Jadi awal dari kerusakan Timbusloko ini diawali dari bagaimana garis pantai ini yang tadinya ada, sekarang sudah mundur. Jadi mundur sekitar kurang lebih 1 sampai hampir paling jauh itu sudah sampai ke masuknya air laut itu sudah sampai 5 km.
Denny points out areas around the village sinking up to 20 centimeters annually, which is double the rate recorded in 2010. He suggested rebuilding the original coastline as a solution to the issue, or land reclamation as another.
Apa yang bisa kita lakukan? Itu tadi. Kita harus mengembalikan fungsi sepadan pantai. Di mana pantai itu ada, maka fungsi sepadan pantai dan garis pantai itu harus kita kembalikan. Banyak teknologi bisa kita lakukan di sana. Teknologi yang sudah dilakukan pemerintah saat ini dengan membangun tanggul. Itu tidak cukup efektif karena tanggul itu hanya bersifat masif. Kedua, sudah pernah kami tawarkan dengan melakukan reklamasi. Reklamasi itu bukan reklamasi untuk kepentingan komersial, tapi reklamasi untuk kepentingan ekosistem, reklamasi untuk kepentingan konservasi.
The problem is due to become even worse as climate change grinds on. The UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change says that an increase of 2 degrees Celsius from pre-industrial times could raise sea levels by 43 centimeters by the next century. Yet, those who remain in Timbusloko refuse to surrender to the elements.